All right, I'm going to be going over the Dow Mini, part of my trend review. And this and all videos are only for education purposes. In fact, they're for my educational purposes. So I'm just putting it as a daily review for myself. All right, so anyway, so this is the higher time frame on the left and on the uh, lower time frame on the right. So what happened here, like this range was, whoever was trading yesterday, they got their head handed to them. Um, especially later in the evening, because as you can see, it's Chop City, and there were some good trades, but in order to get to the good ones, you would have to survive the bad ones without having your psychology impacted. So that's not an easy feat. So the thing is, you really don't know what the hell is going to happen. This white bar was telling me that they did buy a lot, and they were ready to mark up at least some type of markup, but this consolidation here is totally confusing and screwed everybody over, simply because instead of marking up, they went and sprung the area where the stops were right here. They're under this red bar. That's where all the stops were, and then rallied it. So the tip off that there was something going on was the low volume. I don't think it was the high volume. It was the low volume that this phase is ending accumulation, and then finally it did do this rally, and it pulled back. But still, you're not. I don't want to say certainty, but there's anything can still happen. Okay, anything can happen. But then when it did this clean rally up here, then like there's no doubt. Then the edge is on the bull side because it took out the entire range. It took out the entire range. Okay, and I have no doubt that over here this is accumulation, or the end of accumulation, or a hinge, or a reaccumulation, or whatever you want to call it. But this makes this rally much, much more certain, or like the cause and effect rule. So this is the cause for this effect. I mean, this the cause is the accumulation for this effect, this rally. Then it started pulling back. Okay, it started pulling back and it did this thing. This is the reaccumulation. All right. Now, what's critical, absolutely critical, is to be able to understand the low volume areas before the rally. Those low volume areas here and here, in my book, they mean that accumulation has come to an end. All right, because I mean, it's not that simple, but the idea, it's possible that accumulations come to an end simply because there's nothing else left to accumulate. Like the volume is low, right? So if volume is low, that means then they've gotten their line of accumulation. But it's not that easy. Like you have to look for other indications and put the puzzle together, which is um, it's not easy. Anyway, so this is the reaccumulation block right here. Bang, effect is there, and now you have this three-wave correction. And again, it's the volume is drying up, and market is ready to mark up again. The two bars that are very important here are here, that green bar, because it came out of the block of accumulation. See that? doink, it came out of that block, and there was progress in the closes. There was progress in the closes, which is important. And again here, what do you see? Progress in the closes. Sometimes, the range is also not that bad because it's bigger than 1, 2, 3, 4 prior ranges, right? That's pretty good. But sometimes the range will catch it, but other times the progress in the closes will catch it. And what is it? It is continuation. Continuation. How do you know it's going to go from range contraction to range expansion, or from accumulation into markup? Is, in my opinion, is done in two ways. One is range, and other is progress in the closes. So those are the two ways that's done. It really, on a chart like this, it can't be. I don't think it can be done any other besides those two ways. I guess there's a third way, which is the rally itself is evidence, right? So maybe that's the third way. But anyway, before the rally, the indications are clear. The progress in the closes, bang. Progress in the closes, bang. Right there. And this was caught as a markup bar. This, I don't know why it wasn't caught as a markup bar. I think it was a little high up. I like it to be a little bit lower, you know. So it's initiated markup, this initiated markup. And now what's getting very interesting is this rally over here, right? It's coming back into this areas. That rally is coming back into an area, and I'm liking that because I know that this is in a reaccumulation block right here, right? It's pretty obvious. Even the indicator catches it, so it's coming back into that area of reaccumulation. Now, if it breaks through on heavy volume, that's going to be a problem. But if it does one of the two things, one is hold, or two is spring this level, and then we have a shot at a wave, a nice rally. So this is, I have no idea which one's going to play out, but I know what behaviors to look for, and those are the only behaviors. The other thing is, like, this rally, it didn't retrace back into the accumulation range, right? It did tag the expansion barely, and this one is coming back into the range, so there might be pullback buyers that are right in here, and they may step in and say, and anyway, trend is up. So we'll see if the pullback buyers come in and start exerting themselves, right? Also, like, this is a really good lesson. I guess a couple of things to be mentioned. Like, you'd be surprised how basic trend lines would show you that there's something going on. Right there. That or a nice little trend channel. Something like that. All you need is the upper line to see it break, right? And you see it going down, up, uh-oh, hugging. Why isn't it going down? Why is it hugging the resistance line? Or the, I forgot what it's called, the over, in a downtrend, the top line is the overbought line. So why is it hugging it? Right? It's hugging it, and That's what you want to see. You want to see the break or an indication like hugging the upper line. That means something's up, and then you get the break. So I mean, all these tools are very helpful, but I think the really the best tool is just like a clean multi-bar high. Like over here, it's still in range, right? But this multi-bar high means I screwed over all the shorts. So if it pulls back, if you're short, you have to cover. If you're long, you're holding for higher prices, and if you're not long, you're gonna buy the pullback. So so all three are basically on your side, in my opinion. Anyway, take care. Bye bye. How do I shut this off?